Good morning, everyone. Back at it again. Early this morning, I was just recently dropped off by my shuttle, starting uphill on our one climb today. One climb of about 600 feet. Not too bad. But then after that, we're gonna ridge walk all the way to Delaware Water Gap for what's gonna be a 15.5 mile day. The air is brisk. I love these brisk mornings. There was some rain last night that came through, and with that, the temperatures dropped. There's no humidity right now. It feels terrific. It's a great way to start out the day when you have your one climb during the coolest time of the day. Sets up conditions for what I'm sure is going to be a great day. I'm Bricks, everyone. Thanks for joining my journey. Well, everyone, our one big climb of the day is over, and now we're ridge walking. Looks like we have rocks first thing this morning. We may very well have rocks all the way to Delaware Water Gap. So everybody, today is my last full day of backpacking in Pennsylvania. And I must say, I'm happy. Not because I'm, over Pennsylvania or anything like that. Just that it just means I'm about to transition to New Jersey. Final thoughts as I, complete this last full day of hiking in Pennsylvania. I'll admit, Rocksylvania does exist. We discovered it a couple days ago, and there are an abundance of rocks. But I'm gonna go, I guess, on record and say Pennsylvania is rocky the same way Virginia is rocky, the same way Maryland is rocky. And I've even heard that, I may experience rocks in New Jersey and New York, and depending on whoever else you talk to, every state, all the way. So, are there more rocks in Pennsylvania than other states? Probably. But, it's hard to compare because, 25% of the trail is in Virginia. So if Virginia were not as big, would it feel like there were more rocks? I don't know. Maryland definitely was very rocky, almost from end to end. So maybe per capita, Maryland has more rocks per mile within the state, but Pennsylvania is definitely rocky. Some of the boulders can be large, can be difficult, but such as in the case of Lehigh Gap, they can also be pretty darn fun. The annoying small rocks that rotate and tilt and are turned on their sides and that trip you, yeah, they have them in Pennsylvania. But where they exist, I'll be honest, the terrain is relatively flat. So, like I compared them to neighborhoods, you just have to slow down, proceed with caution, watch where you place your feet. It is kind of annoying because you have to look down all the time to see where you're placing your feet versus being able to look out. But, we take the good with the bad. Because the terrain is flat though, it slows us down a bit, but it doesn't slow us down greatly. I'm not alone in that I'm doing on average 20 miles a day. And I think that's achievable by probably most through hikers at this point that have started in Georgia and have their trail legs and everything. And just as in the case right now, a dirt patch opened up. So the rocky areas are separated by these stretches of smooth dirt that I call expressways that you can pick up your feet and just move. So all in all, I maintain I have really enjoyed hiking in Pennsylvania. It's been a joy. We haven't had as many scenic views as we have in other states, but we've had quite a few nice views, and the walking has really been great, despite the presence of rocks. So will I miss Pennsylvania? Probably not. Will I look back and say I hated Pennsylvania? Definitely not. I've enjoyed this experience. Anyway, that's that. Let's get back to hiking. We are walking along Wolf Rocks, which is obviously a rocky area with big boulders, but it's also a known spot for rattlesnakes. So proceeding steadily, but looking very carefully in rock crevices where I need to place my feet. And things such as that. It's shady right now, so shouldn't see any really sunning themselves, but just being diligent. Not much of a view from the top of Wolf Rocks. That breeze feels amazing. Well, Wolf Rocks are behind me. Somebody should come out with a t-shirt. I survived Wolf Rocks. It was actually a really fun walk. So on this beautiful last full day in Pennsylvania, I see that there's going to be some views up ahead. Let's go find them. So it was really nice having some final views of Pennsylvania on this last full day here. It's like Pennsylvania has given us one final encore presentation, if you will. It's a really pretty state. It's a rugged state. You can't take the trails in Pennsylvania lightly. It is rocky. We've discussed it. It's not all rocks. We've discussed that. But it's a rugged trail. And if you are willing to persevere and take on the challenge of the trails, you can be presented with some fantastic sights. We're almost to Delaware Water Gap. We're approaching Main Street. It's from there that we'll leave the trail for the day, and we'll divert to head into town, where I will be staying at a hotel. I'm going to zero here, as I had mentioned, and I will resupply here for my push into New Jersey. It's kind of a pity that we're stopping here, though, because we're a mere 4 miles from the 1,300 mile mark. That's okay. We'll pick it up from here when I return from my zero. So I guess my 0 day officially starts now. I've got a short walk into town where I will stop along the way at the post office to pick up a general delivery box from Twinkle. And I do look forward to this rest that I'm going to get through tomorrow's 0 day. I want to thank everybody for your support, not just through this phase of Pennsylvania, but throughout my attempted Thru-Hike. I appreciate all the comments and the kind words, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 days. Thank you, everybody. I'm Bricks.